Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Brunk here with Mrs. Brunk's Read Alouds. Today we're going to be reading the story, Giraffes Can't Dance. But before we read the story, you'll notice that I have some words posted over here, and those are words that we're going to be signing today. So the first word I have it posted over here, if you can't see, it's also in the title, is the word giraffe. So whenever we sign the word giraffe, you're going to make a U with your hand, start at the base of your neck, and go up above your head. Let's try that together. Giraffe. The next word we're going to sign today is the word dance. And like I said, I'm sorry if you can't see it. But it's the word dance. So here's how we're going to sign dance. One hand is going to be your dance floor. The other hand is going to be like two legs of a person. You're going to swing those legs side to side. Dance. Dance. And the last word we're going to sign today is the word animal. We start by signing animal. Our palms are going to be facing towards ourselves and our fingers are going to be closed. And then just bend your fingers pointing towards yourself and tap your chest. Dance. Let's sign these again. Giraffe. Dance. Animal. Now, whenever I sign these words today, I'm only going to be signing with one hand since I'll be holding the book with the other hand. So here's how it will look for me. Giraffe. Dance. Animal. But since you're home and you do have two hands available, I want you to sign the best you can. So today our story is called Giraffes Can't Dance. And it's written by Giles Andreae, illustrated by Guy Parker-Rees. Oh, one more thing before we begin. So in our story, it doesn't actually say giraffe that much, but our main character, Gerald, he is a giraffe. So instead of giraffe, whenever you hear me say his name, Gerald, I want you to make the sign for giraffe. Let's try. Gerald. Very good. Okay, let's read. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his legs were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing. The rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely, and as he walked towards the floor, but the lion saw him coming and soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, but sometimes when you're different, you need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves started shuffling, making circles in the ground. His neck was gently swaying. His tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways. He swung them everywhere. He did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing! I'm dancing! I'm dancing! Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal had been there at the dance, arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, show us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head up and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." So that's Giraffes Can't Dance. I love this story for so many reasons, but I love this story because it lets us know that while we might not be as good as singing or dancing as someone else, if you find something you love, you're going to be great at it. So while I'm not the best singer and dancer, one thing I do really love doing is making people happy. So that's the point of my videos. I'm hoping to make you guys at home happy. So here's my question for today. Is what can you do that you love? So take like 10 seconds, think about it. Okay, now whenever you answer the sentence, I want you to just use this little starter. It says, "I can." So whenever I write my answer, I might say, "I can make others happy." Maybe you're really great at dancing, just like Gerald. You write, "I can dance." Now, whenever you write your answer, you don't need to have something fancy. You don't need to have a piece of paper. If you have a piece of paper, great. You can also write it on a napkin. You can write it on a paper towel. You can write it on the back of your pizza box. But I want you to write your answers and share with me. I'm really curious to see what you guys love doing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to think about that little cricket in the story. It says, "We can all dance if we find music that we love." So today, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to make your own music shaker, and hopefully at home you guys can make music that you love. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a cardboard roll that you find in like a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. You're going to need some paint or markers or crayon. I chose yellow and orange for Gerald's colors. Next, you're going to need some scissors. So ask an adult before you use these, please. Tape. Now you're going to want something that makes noise. I chose just some pinto beans I had in my closet. You might choose beans, rice. You can go outside, find some crumpled up leaves or rocks, just anything you have laying around the house. And then you're also going to need some sort of like hard paper, like cardboard, maybe that you find in a milk carton or the pizza box. This is an example I use. So this is an old folder that I found. I also used it for my sentences. If you look at the back of my Gerald's head, it's just a box from dinner last night. So here's how you make it. I'm also going to post the directions on how to make the shaker in the description below, and I'm going to post the directions on my Instagram. So here's what we do. First, you need to paint the toilet paper roll or whatever roll you use yellow and put some orange dots on it for Gerald's dot. Next, you want to put tape at the bottom so whatever noisy item you put inside doesn't fall out. Next, you're going to pour your noisy item in. My noisy item, you can see it there, are the pinto beans. Then you're going to tape over the top. Last, you're going to cut out your Gerald head and stick it right on. There you go. Now you have a shaker that you can make your music to. Now, one thing I thought of, maybe you don't think you're very good at making a giraffe head. What you can do is just take like these giraffe horns and put it right on the toilet paper roll, and you can make a face right on the toilet paper roll. So there you go. I hope you guys love this story. I hope you all have something you love at home, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Bye. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.